Yeah, making good progress. We've started cleaning the boat with my favorite tool, but I've upgraded. I thought it was time for a serious investment, so I bought myself this. And that saves a lot of work. Gee, I should have done that a lot earlier. The interesting thing is it's connected to a pump around the corner which actually pumps up this water because I use it for gardening. And this works like a charm. So yeah, let me show you. Oh, look at all the dirt go. Woohoo, it's like magic. Welcome back to another episode of Sailing WindRose. Yes, it has been a long time coming. And yes, a lot has happened. And no, I'm not going to bother you with everything. But I'm going to bother you with the sailing related part, which in the end resulted in a little bit of a different background. Let's start the story at the beginning. At the beginning of this season, back in, I guess, May. Let's go. I would say she's ready. Well, ready as she'll ever be. The engine isn't on yet. Obviously we need some sails, but with the new anchor, cleaned the roll up, that is looking a hell of a lot better. Whew. It's that happy moment of the year again. We can actually get off all this jumbo bend. Bring out the sails. There we go. That's one. Two. Ready to go. Already got most of it off. Undone all the lines. So that's so good. Reef lines. I'm not sure if you actually call them reef lines. Oh, I have to get used to all the terminology again as well. Man, it's been a while. It's been long. Let's have a look here. How everything here is doing. Everything is open because I was flushing the water tanks. But for now, I need these two babies. And this friendly one. All right. So I'm not going to bore you with everything. But I am going to raise it, so let's first get on this one, then get on those, and then I'll get back to you. One down, and one to go. So now we can go and continue with that sail. Put it up there. And it's on. Quite a sail actually, if you look at it. Oh, I need to bring it down because obviously we're not sailing. Just see, it's up there. Nice. Boat clean. Head sail on, mainsail on. Diesel. Clean the diesel tank. The job, I guess, every boat owner hates. Although we love nature, we truly, honestly don't like cleaning the diesel tanks. Now, I was going to clean this, but, well, it's hard to see. There is some-ish goop, but it's like extremely little. There seems to be some there, but it's really not a lot. I'm just going to try to get that out, but it's really peanuts. So it's not one of the most complex things to do. You take the lid off, you take a hand pump, you put in the little hose, and then you kind of clean it by pumping as you go. An extra pair of hands would always be handy, obviously, but in the end you get it done. And then in my case there is actually one additional area where I need to clean the tank, and that's the day tank. And the last and final one, previously the only one, the tap. So I drained the tank, it's empty, so there is just some fuel in there, potentially contaminated with some goop. So I'm gonna release this valve and then clean that up as well, and then we should be ready. That is interesting. I did not expect there to be so little fuel in there. How different? There should be more fuel in there. Let's just see if the pipe is clogged. It is. Hey, some things never change, right? It's the 5-minute job that did not take 5 minutes after all. Dang it. It worked, but now it's a mess. I hate diesel. I honestly hate diesel. Yuck. I find changing the oil filter, changing the oil, changing the impeller, changing the V-belt, and cleaning diesel tanks not my favorite hobby, so to say. I wanted to make an upgrade to the boat to keep my food in a bit more sensible way, because in all honesty, the storage, there is the room, but there wasn't the organization, and I wanted to change that because I thought it was really annoying that when sailing that you can't find the stuff that you actually need. So let's get cracking. So I'm preparing for my trip to Norway if all goes well, and some of these things took me 4 years, about 4 years to fix. And one of them is this. This was there, and it was the most inconvenient solution ever because it was meant for cubs and I don't use that. And I actually used it, but I also have a cup holder here. So all of a sudden I thought, hey, I am not using these cups because this is for coffee and I drink coffee like 4 times this size. So why don't I get those out? Why don't I stack these in there? Then I can add my coffee cup, which this is my coffee cup size, in there. And I can add some, I guess. And I can put a bidon over there. So I have my plates. Actually, I don't use these plates either. They're a bit foolish, but anyway, now this is built for the kill. It looks super good. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't make any noise. It's perfect. So I'll just leave that. But this now is free, which is extremely handy because in all honesty, there's not a lot of storage in the boat for food. So I have this thing, which is filled to the brim. Then I have this drawer, which is like very handy. Hold some sausages and some tins on, or where I wrote on top what it is. So this is linzen, kikkererwten, kanelliebonen, and so it makes it super easy. And what I would normally do is I would put this stuff on top, which is like vermicelli, dried fruit, nuts, muesli, stuff like that. So, and this was super annoying because actually, so the problem is this is too much for one person. This is too much for one person. This is too, you get the drill. And if this is open and it's in that drawer and something happens in that drawer, this, actually what's in this is everywhere, which is a nightmare. So I'm now going to buy cans where I can put this in, like goedhout bakjes. I'm not sure how you call it in English, but containers. So I can put this in, and then I can put it in there, which is also the most logical place because this is where I do my cooking, obviously. And then I can just put it in there. So now I'm gonna buy newer bakjes. Alright, I have these bakjes. I measured it. It's actually a huge area. So I'm gonna put new bakjes in there. When looking for bakjes or containers, I actually ran into a sort of an idea, or I sort of concluded that actually bakjes aren't all that easy, because if you've consumed half of the macaroni or the vermicelli or the spaghetti, you have a half empty bakje, and that takes in a lot of space of its own. So I came up with, if I can say so myself, a genius solution. I already took it out of the boat, and then I thought, wait a minute, what if I just put it up here but a little bit higher? Now I can put my cups on it, and I have the storage space down there. This is becoming a win-win situation here. Haha, that's helpful. Look at that. Organized. A few bowls for muesli and stuff. Some tea in there. Coffee. Matches and stuff. And here's all my basically dry produce. I can easily now see what's in there. The macaroni, the soup, the yummy soup. Stuff like this, I can get it out. So the only thing is that this actually will probably fall out. So I kind of need to put an elastic wire from there to there. So I need to sort of figure that out. But besides that, this is not going anywhere. This is all steady. So yeah, like super handy. And now this drawer is not that full. It's a logical order. And this drawer now also is way more organized. So for one person, it's plenty enough. Even for two persons, I think it's plenty enough. And this actually works. So let me put the how do you call that? Oh no, I'm not gonna put the lockers in because I first need to put the elastic in, because this is definitely gonna fall out if you open it while under sail, and that's gonna be super duper annoying because then it will be everywhere. So let me fix that first. That's funny. I found this, as we call this, a snow binder on the street. Oh. And I took it home because I thought it might be handy for self-steering. Well, I actually bought something else for that, so this probably is exactly the right size. Let me try that. So if I connect it there and there, that'll be perfect actually. A simple screw in there. Oh, look at that. Screw this in place. What you cannot do with a snowbinder, hè? We say in Dutch. Snowbinder, fastbinder. It needs to be approximately exactly here. One down. Now the obvious question I hear you ask, can you actually then get the cups out? Well, I thought about that. I don't know. I figure yes, but I don't know. So what you can't see, probably, is that it is a bit of a loose fit. And with that I mean this is a bit loosely, so it's not the strongest of things. Marvelous! Look at that. That is brilliant. What was the order again? I don't know. Put it all in. Where are they? Where are you? We're here. Okay, good. I'm missing one. Where is it? Oh, here. Oh, I see an anomaly in my system. This one will. Look at that. That is just amazing. Ooh, we might actually need a third one. There you go. Dive, 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 little screw. Screw you. Look at that. Marvelous. Found on the streets. Implemented in my little boat project. And now even the fiercest. This is the popcorn, by the way. This gives me a little bit of a Bob Ross happy project feeling. It's not a painting, it's a project. But it actually works quite well. You ask me, so I can put back my noodle soup. I can put back my cup of soup. And I can put back my sultanas, which are with coffee. Perfect. I was very fond of myself. I was very happy for myself with my new bakjes construction and the elastic. And there was, well, just one part that I thought wasn't necessary. And the interesting thing of making YouTube videos is that when you compile the story, because obviously this is not a continuous story, in hindsight, you sometimes think, that was not the handiest of decisions. I'm actually not sure if you can see this. This might pop out, but I don't very often open that while under sail because there's coffee in here. And I never make coffee. While sailing at least. Yeah, maybe I will, but There's some tea in there. So yeah, what do I do? I think I'm gonna leave this as is. So, good cliffhanger, I guess. Remember this particular scene because it'll bite me in the butt. So let's bring back the doors. I might put those around. I think it need to be the other way around. Yeah, I turned them around and this actually works. This is how it was. That's better. Could do with a little something to stop it from doing that, but in all my years of sailing, I did not have that open up by itself yet. I don't hope to experience that, but even if it happens, that'll be it. So happy here, done. And that's it. Another episode of Sailing WindRose, which will become sailing something else one day. But first, we're going to Norway. Oh, I have to get used to my new boat. Sailing to Norway, boat's ready. I was ready. Next episode will be on sailing to Norway. So if you're curious how that goes, hit subscribe. If you've liked it, leave a like. If you have a comment, don't hesitate to leave your comments, questions, or whatever down below. Basically one final thing to check, and that is, does the ding dong, ding dong. Let's see if the most important piece of equipment still works. It's a bit crusty, but oh, let's. There we go.